It's either I did not properly document or I did not properly describe the item, or the scene, the crime scene was not properly described, or my sketches, because you need diagrams, you need sketches, you need photographs. They were missing either evidence, location, or my photographs were not properly taken, because it's not just your regular photography. There's a way photographs are being taken of crime scenes and evidence. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Favor Godwill, and today we're talking about how to collect and preserve evidence at crime scenes. So every forensic scientist or CSI is an artist. This is what I mean. You don't know exactly what, how, or why the crime happened when you get to the crime scene. It's like a canvas, but then with every piece of evidence that you recover or analyze, you can reconstruct the events that happened. Yes. Can you now see that evidence is your broad stroke, because you are painting a picture and narrating a story? Of how the crime happened. Yes, it's a story. From evidence recovery to analysis and its presentation in court, you need to pay careful attention to detail and precision in order to maintain the integrity and its admissibility in court. So not every evidence or not every kind of evidence is accepted in court. So this is why you need to pay careful attention to it. There are so many processes involved. So every action that you take from arriving at the scene must be aimed at preserving the integrity of the evidence. So from the moment you arrive at the scene, you're thinking, how can I recover evidence while preserving its integrity as well? Every crime scene is unique. Every single crime scene is unique, and then each of them demands a systematic approach. So you must secure the boundaries of the crime scene upon arrival to prevent interface with the evidence. So when you come, this is why when you watch movies, you see that when they arrive the crime scene, the first thing they do is to use tape, and then you see those tapes, those yellow tapes that have crime scene, do not enter, or do not touch, do not move anything, and then they use cordons to make sure that the boundaries of the crime scene is properly established. So here are some key steps to collecting and preserving evidence at a crime scene. The first thing is documentation. I cannot emphasize how important documentation is, but before you collect or package any evidence, you need detailed documentation of the crime scene itself and the evidence itself. I saw Shege in Autumn 10. It's either I did not properly document or I did not properly describe the item, or the scene, the crime scene was not properly described, or my sketches, because you need diagrams, you need sketches, you need photographs. They were missing either evidence, location, or my photographs were not properly taken, because it's not just your regular photography. There's a way photographs are being taken of crime scenes and evidence. And then you need to know that proper documentation is crucial. You need this documentation, because sometime in the future you may have to refer back to that scene. So it's a crucial reference of the scene it's a crucial reference to recreate the scene later. Number 2 is collection. I recently watched a scene in a Nigerian movie where a police officer was at a crime scene, and then he casually picked up a piece of evidence with his bare hands, and I was like, Jesus Christ, what is happening here? I don't know if that is because maybe this is what I'm doing now, but then I feel like that's commonly, like he just went to the crime scene, just picked up something with his bare hands, and he wasn't even in the correct PPE. So by PPE I mean personal protective equipment. He wasn't putting any of them on. We're just putting on his shirts and a jean and slippers, sneakers, I can't even remember. So collecting or recovering evidence is a very careful process, so you don't want to lose any details. And strict protocols have to be ensured. So strict protocols such as using proper tools and being dressed in the appropriate PPE. Let's take for instance, you want to recover DNA, you want to take swabs or swabs of DNA, and then you're just dressed just like me now, putting on a shirt and you're dressed just like me. You don't have any gloves on, you don't have an oversuit, you don't have your marks on, your hair is left hanging. First of all, you've already contaminated that DNA you want to recover, because you're not using, your hair is not covered and a strand of hair can fall, what now happens? So you need to be dressed in the appropriate PPE, like gloves, like oversuits, safety glasses, masks. These have to be followed. Number 3 is packaging and preservation. So a mistake I made the first time I packaged the shoe as evidence was using a box that allowed its free movement. So when you're packaging evidence in boxes or bags, you're not supposed to move freely in them. So different types of evidence will cover different packaging, and this is to prevent contamination or degradation. Packaging and preserving evidence is as important as its collection. So you need to consider factors like humidity, temperature, exposure to light. All of this can impact the evidence integrity, and it's not what you want. Your aim is to maintain the integrity of the evidence. Number 4 is chain of custody. I feel this is so broad and it should be a topic on its own entirely, but let's just say something about it first. Now, how are you going to defend yourself in court if the evidence you recover did not observe a transparent and unbroken chain of custody? How are we sure that you did not switch the evidence alongside just to manipulate the verdict? Now, it's very important for you to maintain chain of custody. A chain of custody is a chronological and meticulous record of everyone who handled the evidence from its recovery to court. So every single person that handles that evidence needs to be documented. That is chain of custody. We'll talk more about it in the next episode. So now that you know the key processes involved in collecting and preserving evidences at crime scenes, don't forget it's one clue at a time. Don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe, and then leave a comment in the comment section. Bye.